The Lexus UX launched when I was actually just starting to work for Lexus. Shoot, I found the pictures. This was September of 2018. I remember flying into Chicago. It's the first time I ever went to Chicago, and I thank my former dealer, Lexus of Omaha, for allowing me to go to this trip back in the day. But yeah, you can see I think it's what a GLA in the background. You had a BMW X1 and yeah, there it was. Here was the introduction of the UX for Lexus employees. Yes, the food was great there. UX looking pretty good back then. And it's just, I'll tell you more about my impressions as we go along. But it felt so cramped and tight compared to the competitors. You can see the XC40 out there as well in competition, how tight it was in the back seat. Hey, but it had vents and chargers in the back. The rear doors, it's hard getting in and out of the rear. It's hard to get in the front seats, it's hard to get in the back seats of the UX. There's some other cool cars there because we were at a racetrack. I think this is a racetrack actually Savage Geese goes to test things out. This was Lexus marketing this to us. So there's this little course here for the UX. And if you hit cones, you got deductions, right? Or if you had to take a 3-point turn. All right. So the UX, they're marketing it as just a much more capable in tight spaces sort of vehicle. Well, the UX that we were driving was a naturally aspirated 2-liter or the 2-liter hybrid, which is wildly underpowered compared to an XC40 from Volvo and wildly underpowered compared to a 2-liter turbo from Mercedes-Benz, which had close to 300 pound-feet of torque. It just never competed with its, I guess, luxury rivals in terms of performance. And it also fell short, not for fuel efficiency. You get 40 miles per gallon on these things, but it falls short in terms of cargo capacity, especially amongst its competitors, which makes it so it just doesn't do anything other than efficiency better than any of its competitors. All right. And the UX has never sold well here in the United States. It's cramped on the inside, really small back seat, very limited cargo, especially in the hybrid. Well, they're only hybrid now. They've thankfully killed off the front wheel drive non-hybrid models. All right. Some people swear by those. I'm sure they're bulletproof, but they're not, in my opinion, they're not Lexus quality. They're not Lexus up to the standards that Lexus should hold. Now, in other parts of the world, there is a new small vehicle that is very similar in size to the UX, but we don't get it here. This thing is beautiful, and that's something that the UX has always struggled with, in my opinion. Looking. Let me know what you guys think of the UX. There are some cool things about it. It was one of the first Lexus to have the light bar, but yeah, look at the sheer change of direction with design with the LBX. All right, this thing is gorgeous for a little city crossover. It brings in new styling and it makes the UX seem outdated in comparison. All right, it looks like from a completely different brand almost because the grille here is styled just so well compared to the massive grille on the UX. I haven't heard anything of the LBX ever coming to the United States until now. If I go over to Justia, they have a catalog of recent trademarks and patents. And look at what just came up. LBX. LBX has just been trademarked here in the United States for Lexus. Today, we're going to talk about what this vehicle can offer in terms of performance and space and packaging. And we'll talk about maybe the future of the UX as well if this vehicle comes to our market. Guys, if you're excited for a potential LBX coming to the United States, I would appreciate a hitting of that like button. Make sure you are subscribed. I don't know if anyone else is reporting on this yet because this trademark just came out. Well, I think, yeah, just a few days ago. So I don't know if anyone's reporting on it. So I don't know if I'm the first. If I am, great. If I'm not, whatever. I'm still bringing it to you guys. So let's get into the LBX. So you guys might be asking, the first thing, how does it stack up in terms of size? Well, I'll try to cut out all the ads here so you can focus on just the vehicle here and the dimensions. So in the foreground, we have the LBX. It's pretty much the exact same height as the UX. The UX is behind you. You can see how much further out it sticks out with the front overhang and the rear overhang. All right. But in terms of passenger space, it's about the same. All right. So let's go down to this area right here where it shows the dimensions, and I have it in inches. The UX is 12 inches longer. It's a ½ inch wider. The LBX is 0.2 inches taller. Wheelbase on the UX is 2.3 inches longer. Ground clearance is probably about the same. Here's the kicker, guys, the cargo volume. Cargo volume is 25% greater in the LBX, this tiny, tiny vehicle, than it is in the UX. The packaging and the design of the UX has never been good. And the weight, this vehicle is about 400 pounds lighter than the UX. The LBX just comes as a hybrid, all right, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that, but it comes with a 1.5 three-cylinder hybrid that's seen in something like the Yaris hybrid, or even the, what's it called? The Yaris Cross hybrid. It's not very powerful. And in the United States market, I don't know if it's enough for the consumer here. I would be happy with the 1.5 hybrid getting 70 miles per gallon. But, oh man, look at this interior. It's just so clean and so modern compared to the really busy UX's interior. But I think it has around 130 horsepower from this hybrid. If you look at the hybrid on the current UX, it's about 196 horsepower. And so if Toyota was somehow able, such Lexus, to drop the 2-liter hybrid in here that we see in the Prius and the UX, it would be fit and ready for our market. All right. Time will tell, though. Will it, it would also be fine, in my opinion, have more powertrains, have the 2-liter hybrid, have a 300H, and then also have a 200H with 130 horsepower. I would be absolutely fine with that. So fingers crossed we get the LBX and multiple hybrid powertrains. All right. But guys, this is the reason one of the biggest reason that I would really want this vehicle here. The LBX comes with the GR Yaris's powertrain in other markets called the Morizo RR. Now, I don't know if that naming would stick here in the United States. And I guess I'll just dissect the naming. Lexus doesn't seem to know, well, they might know what to do, but they haven't communicated it yet with the Lexus F performance division of Lexus, okay? The RCF is going to be discontinued, so there's no more F models at all in the Lexus lineup. You have F Sports here and there, right? ISF Sport Performance, etc., but no true full-blown performance models with the F nomenclature. This would be an opportunity for Lexus, as well as the launch of the LFR, to pivot to no longer offering F models and instead offering GR models. GR is Gazoo Racing. This is Toyota's racing division. The Camry for NASCAR has just switched over to GR. It's no longer using TRD. TRD is a North American off-road kind of performance staple right now, but GR is the global branding for Toyota's performance cars. Look at the GR Supra, GR Corolla, GR Yaris. You have the GRMN Yaris in other markets, the GR86, the GR, did I say the Supra? But you're going to have the GR Celica, which is trademarked as well. All right. This would be a great opportunity for Lexus to switch from F to GR. So GR LBX. I'm fine with that. Just kill off F. It was never executed at the level it should have been. Kill it off as a failed experiment. Now, Lexus did learn things from that, but they need to just stick with one branding for their performance at this point. Give it the GR naming. Am I a big fan of it? I don't know. It's sad the F is probably going to be canceled. If it means we're getting an LBX Morizo RR as a GR LBX, I'm all for it. This vehicle has a 1.6 liter turbo 3-cylinder with 300 horsepower and a ton of torque as well. It's going to have the 8-speed auto because, well, 6-speed auto or 6-speed manual doesn't really exist in Lexus, at least since like 2013. Would it be cool if we had a manual? Yes. I mean, Lexus is even playing with manuals for their electric vehicles. So I guess it's a possibility. I just wouldn't get your hopes up. All right. I think at least for America, they would just stick with the 8-speed the newly developed auto for the GR Corolla that is now in the 2025 Corolla. All right. So this thing was really designed for Akio Toyoda. Morizo is his racing name. So the chairman, former CEO of Toyota, he loves performance. He loves motorsports. And this car was handcrafted for him and probably crafted due to his requirements and his benchmarks. Okay. And so now people can get it. People can get it within the Lexus lineup in other markets. Unfortunately for us, we don't have it yet, but I'm praying to the gods in Mount Fuji that we would be getting this now. So it says, here's how it compares this Morizo RR to the hybrid model. Of course, it's wider. They've dropped it just a little bit, just 10 millimeters. And yes, Lexus does have a 6-speed manual for this in other markets. I forgot to mention that. Doesn't mean we would get it here in the United States. 304 PS, or around 300 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. This thing's a little pocket rocket. All right. I would love to have this stateside. This would be the closest thing we would get to the GR Yaris. The GR Yaris still is a bit cooler. It's a 3-door, and that vehicle is very bespoke build. This is kind of a modification of an LBX, all right, which I'm fine with. Here's the interior of a normal LBX. I think it's very calming, very pretty interior, perfectly designed, in my opinion, for a small city crossover. Now, Lexus needs to nail the pricing on this. I would hope it would come in less expensive than the UX. And the UX starts at 36. So if Lexus can bring this into our market starting around $30,000, if they offer 2 different powertrains, or should I say 3 different powertrains, the 1.5 hybrid would be awesome for around $30,000. And once you get up to $36,000, this is where you would put the 2-liter hybrid here to replace the UX. It's not like, I mean, you're getting more cargo capacity in a smaller package, so it's a win. And you're getting a much better designed interior. So let's go back to these pictures here. Better technology on the inside. Here's kind of the picture of the interior for you guys. Super clean, very minimal. I like how the stitching and the high quality materials from the door flow into the dash. Makes it feel more roomy on the inside. You have this Lexus shifter here that we see in something like a $70,000 RX 500H. You're going to have the optional head-up display here with a customizable steering wheel. This feels so much more modern and spacious than the UX. Let me get a picture of the UX interior up for you. All right, so below is the UX's interior with the screen kind of built more into the dash. It looks a lot cleaner. This portion here, I remember banging my knee. This juts out. I remember banging my knee over and over getting into the UX with this hard piece of plastic that comes out. I like the traditional shifter on the UX. I'm trying to remember where the volume knob. Oh yeah, they moved the volume knob up here. Again, this is post refresh. This happened in 23 when they brought this bigger Lexus screen in here. The vents are a little bit lower. I like how high the vents are here. The higher the vent, the better for driver cooling. The doors look cleaner too. The door materials look better on the LBX. You also have the digital latches here, the new style of door handles on the LBX like you see on the NX and RX. I know pictures aren't everything. I don't have the same camera angle, but it just looks more spacious. This center area right here is much thinner compared to the UXs seemingly. And yeah, I'll see you guys down below which interior you think looks better. This looks very, very busy, just not nearly as pleasing as what we have on the LBX. That's just my opinion. We also have better ambient lighting here on the LBX, if that matters to you guys. But just look at the attention to detail, the stitching on the armrest, the stitching that goes all the way up the center column. Let me know what you think about the LBX. Would you want this in America instead of the UX? I don't think the market makes sense in our area to have both of these models. Okay, I think the UX needs to be discontinued for our market. It never succeeded in the ways Lexus wanted to. It never had the styling, it never had the cargo, never had the power. Now you can get all of those things in a more space efficient package, a lighter package, a better looking package in the LBX. And it's a no-brainer to me. Knowing Lexus, they might just kill the UX, not bring the LBX, because like ever since I worked for Lexus, I'm used to getting my hopes and my dreams destroyed. F never materialized into anything. Their product cadence it's getting better, but it's still very slow. And Lexus still has a lot of ground to improve upon, especially in the entry-level market here in the United States. If the entry-level model is an IS, ES, and NX, that's not enough. You need to have this a good, appealing entry-level model for single people out there or empty nesters that live in town, all right? They need to have something that's going to be a home run, and this vehicle is that if they bring it here. Will they bring it here? Well, there's a 50-50 shot now. It went from 0% now to we have a snowball's chance, all right, with this trademark being registered here in the United States. Thank you guys for watching. Long live the LBX, UX. You can disappear. You can be discontinued. I'd rather have a Prius and save a lot of money over the UX. So thank you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.